Are you worried your kids are overusing social media or maybe even addicted to it? Or are you at the crossroads of deciding whether to open that gate to your child and allow them to use it? Wherever you are on your journey with kids and social media, find out why it is so appealing and how you can go about including it in your home. Hi, welcome back to Project Parenthood. I am your host, Chelsea Dorsett, licensed marriage family therapist in California. I am here to join you on your conscious parenting journey, bringing more curiosity, openness, acceptance, kindness, and non judgment along the way. My goal is for us to accept what is out of our control, commit to improving our parenting life, and discover better outcomes for ourselves and our family. On today's episode, we will be discussing our kids and social media. What is the purpose? What rules do we set, and how do we set them? What precautions and factors do we need to take into account? What is the purpose of social media? Dana Boyd said, teens aren't addicted to social media. They are addicted to each other. Our kids want to be connected as much as they can. When we were their age, if we couldn't hang out, we were most likely talking on the phone, on the landline, probably. Today, technology makes connecting with friends different than when we grew up. Technology is more accessible, and unfortunately, our kids spend fewer afternoons with friends because of demanding schedules. Nowadays, there is less and less unstructured time with friends. Social media is a wide array of online interactions. Therefore, it gives friends a way to be with one another. It brings possibility to life of social engagement. However, intense use of digital technology, like social media, can interfere with social skills and healthy relationships. While there is no diagnostic criteria for overuse of social media, it is associated with problems like stress, anxiety, depression, insomnia, a decrease in life satisfaction, and lowered academic performance. What is associated with these effects is the nature of the time spent on social media, and we will discuss what this looks like in a moment. On a brighter note, moderate use of social media is connected to pro-social behaviors like increase in self-esteem, perceived social support for difficult life events. Limits and rules. Make your right to supervise your child's usage a condition to phone and social media. It is always easier to relax rules than add them. And when you are monitoring your kids, ask yourself, am I doing this because I worry something's going to happen online? Or am I doing this just because I simply can? Non-digital breaks and relation time are part of these rules. So ban technology from places where we learn and practice social skills and apply this to the whole family. Family dinners, game nights, short car rides. Also ban an hour or so before bedtime. You can have designated technology time that the whole family can respect and use. Maybe it's 30 minutes in the morning before work and school, and then again in the afternoon, early evening. We really want to encourage interpersonal interactions within our family time, engaging with each other with intention and without devices. Think about digital behavior. So we want to talk about kind digital behavior. Rules apply online as they do in person. Kids have the opportunity to take the high road by applying the concept of treat others as you would like to be treated to their actions online, creating positive impact for others and disempowering bullying behavior. There are online precautions. So we need to discuss what should and shouldn't be shared digitally. Even if it's deleted, it's still out there somewhere. When kids come across something questionable, they need to feel comfortable talking to a trusted adult. We as parents can support this behavior by fostering open communication at home. It's important to help kids become aware that people and situations online aren't always as they seem. Discerning between what's real and what's fake is a very real lesson in online safety and also our kids' mental health. We also need to take into account our kids' developmental stage and their values. So as parents, we can keep in mind factors like our child's attachment style, which can help predict how our kids enter into relationships, how they deal with being distressed or in being in ambiguous or uncertain situations. So by taking into account their early environment, we can predict how things are happening later. Kids who are securely attached are less likely to engage in overuse of social media. So we pay attention to what's going on with our children. What are their current and past relationships like? Do they have a secure attachment with you? Next, once our children are actually active on social media, we need to be very clear about what platforms they are using. How do they interact on them? What is the point of them? And do they have a reputation? Finally, how do these two factors intersect? So, how does our children's relationship patterns and style intersect with the type of platform they're on and how they're interacting on it? Be curious about what's actually driving them to social media. Is it social seeking, gratification seeking, information seeking? And we need to reflect on where our kids are in their insight and self awareness. This will determine if they can move into a social media space more intentionally and have less risk of avoidable and less desirable influences. Our kids need to be able to set appropriate and healthy boundaries when they're sharing content and interacting on social media. So, are they doing this in their lives already? And are your kids able to sit with their feelings or reflect why they're feeling lonely or sad or happy? Often, adolescents will turn to their phones instantly when overwhelmed with feelings or unsure how to navigate them. This can lead to reactive and impulsive posting and ranting, or maybe even just anxious checking of posts to see if there are likes. Hold off as long as you can to give them access to social media. The longer they have to build internal resources, the higher their success rate. Also, keep in mind if your kid has too much time on their hand, they will most likely misuse social media. Values. So, our focus on values. What do our kids admire about themselves and what makes their life fulfilled? Relationships, fun, completing tasks, mental health. This is their landing pad, their place to come back to and reference these values when needed. Positive self talk and self love are crucial. Perfectionism taunts us on social media. We want our kids to be able to be authentic and appreciate those quirks and imperfections that make them the beautiful humans they are. Hardships and challenges throughout life and relationships make us who we are as well. And we can often find deeper connections when we embrace our own imperfections. As we mentioned last week with body acceptance, we have to see our imperfections as strengths or endearments and not as flaws or unlucky. Comparing yourself to others may be motivating as long as it's not focused on too much. Be observant how much your kids are doing this, as too much focus on others leads to negative outcomes. Limit the comparisons and balance them out with self-love exercises and practices. Encourage your children to find motivation from their own values and personal goals. If your kids are able to use online safety precautions, set appropriate boundaries, navigate their feelings, hold on to their values, and utilize help when they can't do any of the above, your child will be more likely to have success with social media and use it in an appropriate way. That's it for this week's edition of Project Parenthood. Remember to be curious, open, accepting, kind, and non-judgmental on your conscious parenting journey. If you have any questions about this episode, about your parenting journey, and/or topics you'd like to hear more about, please reach out to parenthood@quickanddirtytips.com or leave a message at 646-926-3243. Project Parenthood is a Quick and Dirty Tips podcast. Thanks to the team at Quick and Dirty Tips, Holly Hutchings, Davina Tomlin, Morgan Christensen, and Brandon Getchus. May you be happy, safe, and protected, healthy and strong, and live with ease.